What's going on, everybody? All right, so just leaving North Main Audio, and I had my head unit put in. I got a Kenwood Exelon, and I can't remember, DX338 or something like that. But cool head unit. They put in the head unit, the dash kit. They also put in the wiring harness and everything, and also made it where I could still use my steering wheel controls. And that was something I really wanted, and was steering wheel controls. Now, I've installed a lot of stereos, and I just didn't have time to do it. So I dropped the car off, left it overnight, and come back and picked it up the next day. I also had a backup camera put in, and I didn't think I wanted a backup camera. When I first went and paid for this, they was like, "You want the backup camera?" And I was like, no, it's, you know, it's just a car, so I don't need a backup camera. So I was like, forget it. I'll just deal with that because it's not a big deal. Well, I went to Myrtle Beach, and then I had to actually back into a parking spot that was like this big, and I got used to the backup camera on all my other vehicles. So here I am automatically looking down to see where I'm backing up in, and it's not there. And I'm looking out the back, and the way this car is made, you really can't tell where your bumper's at. So when I went to have this installed yesterday and dropped the car off, I was like, just go ahead and install the backup camera. Now, I want to show y'all something about the backup camera once I get home, because I want y'all to know how to install these, because I see a ton of these installed wrong, and that's one reason I didn't want the backup camera. And I'll go ahead and tell you what it is, and then once we get there, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But if you'll notice, a lot of people that install backup cameras and they use the license plate camera, you can actually see the black metal piece on the outside of the tag. And if you pay any attention, you've seen this, because I see it all the time. And when I mentioned that, I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that black bracket being seen on the outside of my tag. They were like, oh, no, that's not. If you see somebody doing that, they've installed it wrong. And I was like, oh, okay. So trying to get my steering wheel where I want it. And I was like, oh, well, okay. And then they showed me they had a tag there. They said it goes behind the tag, and there's a little bracket sticks up, and literally all you see is the little camera. And I was like, nice, that makes total sense now. But you see a ton of people that install these things wrong. So I want to show you this in case you've done this and you've got it installed wrong. It's a much cleaner install if you install it the correct way. So once I get to the house, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll show you the head unit as well. I like this head unit. One thing I do wish, I wish it was out just a little bit, and it's not their fault. It's just the way the dash kit is made. But it recesses a little bit, and I got a head unit that has the knob, because I like being able to turn the volume down quick. Even though I use my steering wheel controls, I can use that to turn it up and down. I still like, if I need to turn it down real fast, if I'm at like a drive-through or something like that, I can just reach up there and flip it down real quick, and no big deal. So I did want that, but it's recessed. It's actually a little bit difficult to get to. Not impossible, not crazy. This is just a nitpicky thing by me, but that is one of the first things I noticed, is how recessed it is in the kit. Again, it's not the fault of the installers or anything like that. It is just the way this dash kit is actually made, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So when we get to the house, I'll actually get you off the camera mount and show you the entire system. I don't know exactly how to totally use it yet, but we do have it set up for Bluetooth and everything like that, so I can make phone calls. And that is one reason I got rid of the factory stereo. There was two reasons. I told you all in a previous video when I actually showed you the car that the surround on it would actually flash at me. It was blue, and when I would drive it, it would just start flashing. It'd drive you crazy. It'd just drive you nuts seeing it like that. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, I got my phone paired to the factory unit, and I could play my music through it, but I could never make a phone call through the factory radio. And I got to looking up online, and there was other people that had this issue, and some people said a software update would fix it. Some people said the software update wouldn't fix it, and they still had issues with it. So instead of all that, I spent $900 and just replaced it all. Yeah, that's nuts, wasn't it? But hey, I got what I wanted. I got a touch screen unit. I got a Kenwood, which is, I've always had good luck out of Kenwood head units. I actually sold a truck a couple years ago that had a Kenwood head unit that I actually got from the same place I bought this one. And I got it when I was 16. It was my first CD player ever, and it was still working like 20 some years later. It was still working. Now, I had cut the wires back till they were like only this short, where I was like switching it from vehicle to vehicle to vehicle, and I used butt connectors all those years, and I just cut the wires. So it'd been in so many different vehicles, because I think I've owned like 50 or 51 now, and it wasn't in all of them, but it'd been in so many vehicles that I'd cut the wires back, cut the wires back, cut the wires back. But I've always had really good luck out of Kenwood head units, so if I get a chance to buy a Kenwood head unit, I usually do, because I know more than likely it's going to last me a very, very long time. But for now, I'm going to leave you with that. And when I get to the house, I'll take you off the camera mount and I'll show you the install, what it looks like. I can't really show you what it sounds like because of YouTube rules and copyright strikes and stuff like that, but I can show you what it looks like. I'll explain to you where I was talking about how it was recessed. Again, not their fault. This is just the way the dash kit's made. There's no other way to install it, but I still like it much better than a lot of other ones I've seen. Anyway, see you guys here in a minute. Okay, so here's the head unit. It's a Kenwood DDX 398. I can actually get up here now and see it. But I want you to see right here how this is kind of recessed back in here. If I turn you this way, you can kind of see how it's recessed. That's the only thing I wish I could change. I wish it was more like closer out or further out, so this knob wasn't actually recessed in behind this. But that is the dash, you know, the dash kit. There's nothing you can actually do about that. It's just the way the dash is curved. It had to have that recess there to make it the lines look right. So there's really nothing that can be done about that right there. But if there's only one thing I could change, it would be that right there. Let me start the car. Turn the volume way down so we don't have any kind of issue, which I've got the camera on, so we shouldn't have an issue with that, because I don't think it'll switch over to Bluetooth. But if we go into reverse, you can see right there we have lines. I'll definitely have to lower those lines. He showed me how to do that. You can lower those lines down so it's actually in the lanes. It is all customizable. You can move them left or right or up and down. I'm not sure if I can actually remember how to do that, but there is a way to do that if I can remember how to do it. And I probably cannot if I was guessing. There may be, it may be in the camera. So I'm not, nope. I'll have to figure out how to do it. But there is actually a way that you can make that, the lines move. He showed me how to do it, but there was a lot going on whenever I was trying to take all that in. So once I figure out how to do it, maybe I'll make a video on it to show you guys, but you'll just have to believe me. I'll have to play with it and see how to get back to that. But there's the head unit. I really like it. Again, I've had great luck with Kenwoods. Let me get you outside and take you to the back and show you what I was talking about with the camera. Okay, so you can see the camera, and all you see right there is just that little camera sticking out. Now, a lot of people will have the brackets that go from the bolt to the bolt, and you can actually see the bracket like right here, and that's not right. You should actually just be able to see the camera like that, and you can see how the little bracket goes in behind it. That big metal bracket is actually behind the tag, and you can't see it at all, and you can see the wire actually goes up into the trunk right here and runs to the head unit. Okay, so there it is. Very happy with it. I do need to figure out how to actually move those lines a little bit. I'll just have to, play with the CD player and figure out how to move the lines and lower them to where they actually, coincide with the lines that you're backing into in a parking spot. But other than that, really liking it. Sounds good. You can adjust the EQ and everything, of course, on these because the Exelons are top of the line. So you can actually do all kinds of stuff with this that you couldn't do with the factory unit. But again, I really like it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer it. I did not do the install. Like I said, I just didn't have time to do it, but I did kind of want to do a review of the head unit itself and the backup camera and show y'all how to install that. Cause I think a lot of people install those wrong and it looks way better this way. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Okay, everybody, I figured out how to do it. So I wanted to throw this in at the end. You hit menu, and then you go to setup, and then input, rear camera, and then you can adjust the guidelines. And you can adjust them down like this. You can see that one going down. Then you just push over to this one. You can adjust it going down like that as well. I went too far. And then you can adjust them in and out like this right here. So you can make them wider to fit the lanes that you're wanting to go into. Again, I will probably actually need to go to a parking lot and see where we're at. But it might be a little close. I don't know. We'll try it right there. But that's how you get into that screen to actually adjust that. I'll just have to actually go to a parking lot that actually has lines and adjust these to where I can actually make them fit the lines. But I just want to show y'all how to do that once I figured out how to do it.